Hello YouTube and welcome to another One a Day J web development series. This web development episode is going to talk about SEO and speeding up the site because they kind of go hand in hand. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get right into it and go to Pingdom. So we're going to get a baseline. So it's tools.pingdom.com. We're going to put in the URL there and start the test. As we're doing that, I'm going to pull up a few other things. So we're going to set up Webmaster Tools, it's called. This is Google's way of checking which search inquiries you're getting. It's also how you submit sites. It also lets you know if there's anybody who's hacked the site, lets you know, it checks the sitemap, so that's how it indexes. Yeah, you kind of have to have that. So just type in Webmaster Tools. The first thing will pop up. Just type in Google Search Console. And this brings me to this page. After you sign in and then it will say add property. So you add the property and then you put in the URL. That's all that you do. And then it's going to say recommended method to verify that you're the owner of this domain. You're going to put an alternative method. And you're going to grab the HTML tag and then you're going to put it in Divi in the Divi options. Okay, now you're going to go to integration, if it ever loads. So integration, and then you'll put it in the header there, because that's what it's asking you to do. So HTML tag, add a meta tag to your site's homepage. So that goes in the header. Yeah, the head section. So add code to the head of your blog. So that's where that goes. And next we're gonna go back to the Pingdom, check out what's happening there. So it's got a 78% performance grade, which isn't that bad. It's 2.58 seconds, a lot faster than what it's loading on my computer. The page size is huge. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna install Yoast SEO. This is gonna be our SEO plugin. I'm gonna press activate. So all you do is type in Yoast in the search. There, it's YOAST. We're also going to activate a remove query string from static resources. That's this one right here. We're getting a failing rate, so let's download that plugin, activate it, and that should be good. Next, we're going to get a caching plugin, and my preference is WP Super Cache. I'll show you why in a second. I'll show you how to set that up. So we're going to activate that. Then we're also going to we're going to type in Analytics Dashboard and activate that. That's going to show us the Google Analytics right on the home screen, on the dashboard screen when you first log in. So it's perfect because then you can see how many views you're getting, and yeah, that's important. So now we'll go through the plugins and setting them up. We'll also activate, I already have it in here, it's called ShortPixel. It's a really good image optimizer. So we'll activate that. And now it's going to say, yeah, put in your email address and then verify the API. So you'll do that, and then I'll show you what it does in a bit. So I'm going to put in this code. I'm also going to put in this code that I get. Google Analytics, this is how you set it up. So you type in Google Analytics in Google. You go to Analytics, that pops up with this window or another area that you can press add property. So we're going to say travel on a budget. You put your website URL in there, category, travel, perfect. United States. No, I'm going to say Canada. And get tracking ID. So it pops up with the tracking code. You're going to copy that. Then you're going to go back to the theme options. You're going to paste it in your body. And press save changes. Okay, now that that's loaded, go over to the short pixel. So you go there by going from media and then down to bulk short pixel. Don't include the thumbnails because you only have 100 images per month that you can optimize. So yeah, you don't want to waste it on the thumbnails yet. You can do that later on down the line, but in a different month. Yeah. So we just activate that and then just let it go through those pictures. That will optimize the image sizes. This is your Yoast. So how you do that is you go down to the SEO, Yoast, and what we're going to do here is connect with Google Search Console. Alright, now get Google authentication code, or get Google authorization code. Let's try that again. Alright, here's my authorization code. I click that, copy it, Control C, Control V in the authenticate, and we select our URL. Press save profile. Then we can go through the other settings. And first tab you want to check out is features. Here is where you're going to enable the advanced settings page. This is going to give you the sitemap and everything that you need to submit to the search engines. So enable that, then press save changes. Alright, so now when you hover over the Y at the very top, there's going to be SEO settings. Then you click XML map. Now that that has popped up, we just click XML sitemap. Now that we have our sitemap underscore index.xml, what we're going to do is we're going to just copy this sitemap underscore index.xml after the slash. So now we're going to go over to Search Console. I forgot to mention earlier that when you're setting up the Search Console, make sure you add the www dot as well, and then we're going to go to Site Settings after you've added the www dot. From Site Settings, we're going to display as without the www dot. Press save. Alright, now that's all done. Now we're going to add that sitemap that we just made. So we go crawl and then sitemaps. And what we do here is we press add/test sitemap. We then Control V, test it first, test complete, view test results, errors, no errors found. So that's perfect. Now we're gonna close that test and just submit it now. Press submit, close, all good. So you're done with Webmaster Tools now. Alright, now that that's done, we're going to go into the page, one of the pages. So in the pages, you'll now see Yoast SEO. So click the drop down, and here's where you see what it's going to look like on the search engines. So we're going to want to change that. We're going to say, what is this page? This page is backpacking trips. So we're just going to say cost-effective solutions to backpacking overseas. And then we're going to use one of those lines to separate it and put down our domain name, travel on a budget.ca. We'll just say travel on a budget. That's good enough. And you want it to be green. Alright, we then put in our meta description. Traveling is within everyone's reach. They just don't know it yet. Let the team at Travel on a Budget guide you on a journey of your life. Now we choose a focus keyword. This is going to be, we should use a long tail keyword. So this means backpacking overseas on a budget. So that's longer. So you're not just going to put in backpacking. Because that just doesn't give you as many options. But backpacking overseas on a budget is great. And another one would be backpacking in Australia on a budget, or specifying other countries. and analysis will be here. This is going to show everything that we need to improve on. It's just an example showing you how it's done, so there's going to be a lot of things that I need to improve on, and I'll fix that down the line, but this is just a video showing you how to set it up. So now let's just scroll up and then press update. Readability is good, SEO is okay. Alright, and the page is saved, and we're good and done with the SEO, your Yoast tutorial at the moment. So now let's go back to the plugins and see what we haven't gone over. So we didn't go over the 404 page. This is something that you should set up for search engines. You want to do a custom one just because it looks a little bit nicer. The default one just doesn't look that sharp. So you can download the 404 page, your smart custom 404 error page, and just yeah, we'll do a whole different video on that because there's a fair bit of detail involved in that. Next one, Google Analytics dashboard for WP. So I already set that up. So how you do it is you go to Google Analytics general settings, and then from there it asks you the same sort of thing that Yoast asked you to authenticate with Google. So then you authenticate with Google, and then after that you choose the website that you want to have on Google Analytics on your dashboard, and that's all there is to it. So that one's all done. Next, we're going to go to remove query strings from static resources. That's all set up, so that's perfect. Short pixel image optimizer. I showed you how to optimize the images with that. And now I have Super Cache on here, but Super Cache isn't that good. So I'm going to deactivate it and delete it. You don't want two caching softwares, you don't want two caching plugins on the same website because it seems to break the website sometimes. And not actually cache properly. So I'm going to activate the WP fastest cache. Now let's go through the settings of that. WP fastest cache on the left hand side in the menu. Just click that. Now these are the settings that I found the most useful so far. So we enable cache system, of course. Preload, yes. Preload everything. Press OK. Don't show cache version for logged in users. That's good to have checked, so when you're developing your site you don't just keep getting the cache version. And next, new post, clear cache whenever there's a new post, clear all cache. Press OK. Updated posts, yeah, I'm going to clear all cache once again whenever there's a post updated. I found that minify HTML, minify CSS, combine CSS, combine JS, and gzip all ruined my layout. So browsing caching though was good. So there we go. Those are the things that we have ticked off. Just double check it again and make sure that you only ticked off those things. We're going to press submit from that point. And now we have everything that we need set up. Let's see what our Pingdom score is now. We're going to, again, copy the URL, put it into Pingdom. Now we have a better grade, so 89 out of 100 and 1.41 second load time, 82% faster, page size is smaller, and the only thing we need to work on is leverage browsing caching, but I've noticed that with Pingdom it doesn't actually show it properly, so you'll want to check a website like PageSpeed, Google PageSpeed or something like that. I just use Pingdom for the ease, but it's not very good at figuring out the caching's okay. So apart from that, everything else is good, and if this was on Google PageSpeed test, then it would probably be about 98% or so. Alright, that's the video for now. If you enjoyed that video, then let me know. If you didn't, then let me know. I did move pretty fast throughout it, and I do toggle between tabs quite often. I do have a little bit of attention difficulty, so I just keep constantly switching page to page, and the internet loads slow. So I do want to show you as much as possible in the shortest amount of time as possible. Again, if you enjoyed the video, put your comments below. If you didn't, then put your comments below on how I can improve. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you did enjoy it, then please subscribe. And have a great day.